So hello, as I promised into the last video that I made about the voice changer. If I get any feedback, I will do a tutorial. So basically, in this tutorial is not going to be like extremely step by step, just because it's easy. The method I used before took me like a month to figure it out. Sorry. So in this one I will show you the easiest method. The best method is like in a maximum 10 minutes you can get it to work. Disclaimer before we start. So I will link this into the description. If you doubt nothing is safe here or something, uh, just scan it with like virus total or malware or Bitdefender or what antivirus you want really. So I will show you right now how the voice sounds again, and I will start by doing like the tutorial in steps. I will show you how the voice changer works, what it does, and then the installation. Okay, and I will explain in the installation what you will need to keep in mind. So before we start, this runs locally. What that means is it runs on your computer resources. They made a translation in German, Turkish, or Hindi. If you speak any of those languages, you will find them in here. So, if you go here, system requirements, you will see here hardware requirements and system requirements. Those are crucial. If you want something, if you want it to work properly, you will need at least 6 gigabytes of RAM. I would recommend also for the GPU. I will read it to you here. Disk space, at least 6 gigabytes of free disk space. For fast model loading, SSD is recommended. What they mean by that is if you're not running it on SSD, basically what I'm doing right now, you will get lots more delay and very lower quality. The faster your SSD, the better. For the CPU, you will need, that's the minimum. I would use recommended. I would go for recommended at least. I would go for more. What I have is AMD Ryzen 7 5700X, and as for GPU, I have RX 6700 XT for yeah, performance basically with 12 gigabytes of VRAM. So I have 32 RAM on the PC. So basically, if you run like an average PC, I mean below average, I would say, just because it depends on your country economy to be realistic with you. Uh, I live in Romania, prices are very high, salaries are very low, so my PC is like a tiny bit above average. Some people have insane PCs and stuff like that here. That does not matter. That's nothing to do with the tutorial. So for GPU, which you're going to be using, recommended, da, I said da in Romanian. That means yes, of course. My brain is not working right now. I just woke up like 30 minutes ago. So recommended a dedicated graphics card, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 20 series or later, or AMD Radeon RX 5000 series or later. So basically 5000 is like, wait, what was it? Was like something a bit down here. Yeah, so this is for NVIDIA. This is like the most realistic stats I've ever seen in my life. So basically for myself, those settings do work. Let me remind you, they do work. So I have 6000 series. So for 6000 series, you can put that's the chunks, the 128 ms. That's the chunk, which is like 1 second and 28 something delay. And the extra, I will explain it a tiny bit later. So basically, for the GPU, I would recommend to have as much VRAM as possible. The more VRAM you have, the better it will go. I have 12 gigabytes of VRAM, and I usually don't get delay. So basically, if I start recording right now, you will see I do get a tiny bit of delay.
If I start recording right now, you will see I do get a tiny bit of delay.
So this is basically, I mean, the voice they are hearing. Of course, it depends. Just because if I try to run 5M, for example, I'm going to have like a second or so delay. I'll show you something that will reduce the delay. But yeah, let's go. We're done with the requirements. Let's go show you how the voice changer works. So basically, you will be prompted with this window. Once you start the voice changer in your browser, do not close this window or this. Yeah, it's running in Python. Don't be afraid of it. It's completely safe. If it wasn't safe, I wouldn't have used it for like months. And I'm not even exaggerating. I can even show you proof, literally. So, you will be prompted with this window. It will look maybe different depending on if you have NVIDIA or AMD. I have AMD, so it looks like this. So, no idea what this one does. Format shift alters harmonic frequencies, changes the voice timbre without affecting the pitch. I would keep this at default. I just played with it a tiny bit. So, let's take it in like order. So you will be prompted with the start button, stop button, and pass through. Pass through will just pass your real voice through the virtual microphone. So do not press this one, okay? So the volume in, it's the volume input, your actual microphone volume. The output volume is the the level of the microphone that the people you will talk to will hear. So if you pump this to like max, it will be loud as fuck. The monitor volume. So basically in here, you can barely see it. It says monitor. If you go here and select your headphones or like your default shit, you will hear yourself.
Yourself.
It takes a second
It
to
takes a
engage it.
second to engage it.
So basically this
So
is
basically,
almost
this is
realistic.
almost realistic.
So if you want it to be real time, you will need to use this setting here, which says server. Okay. So on default it will be on client. You will need to use server. The reason for that is because server will have less delay. Use this one, SR, sample rate of audio devices, 48,000. The input will be your real microphone, the output the virtual one, the monitor is just to hear yourself in here. So, depending on your graphics card, you will see here chunk. So, the bigger the chunk value, the better the quality, but the bigger the delay. This is why extra comes into like the play. So basically, I will not really explain it extremely detailed, but in theory and in practicality, this one will remember like the chunks for like 2 seconds before, and it will take like a sample of those chunks and use it in real time basically. The FO detector, so basically this is the model that will be put past the actual voice model. It's hard to explain it because my English is awful right now. As I said, I just woke up like 30 minutes ago. So for AMD, you will need to use this. For NVIDIA, I'm not so sure because I don't have an NVIDIA GPU, but you can find it in here for sure. So don't worry about it. So I will go through pretty much everything I know. So you will be prompted here with no voices. The way you get voices is you will find this Discord server AI Hub. You will find it into this article at the bottom. Okay, just press the link and you join the server. After you joined the server, Wait a second. Here, okay. So we don't forget the step we are at. You will see here voice models. Go voice models. I will show to you how to set up a voice from scratch. So the quick reminder, I mean disclaimer, not all the voice models will fit your voice. If you have like me like a stronger accent towards like another language, so basically if I talk in English, I will have like a stronger Russian accent. No idea why. So basically if I take, I don't know, let's say this one, which also I forgot to mention, there is going to be different voices for different languages. Yeah, it's weird, but for example, if you speak, let's say, Russian, and you take a Russian voice model, it will be far better. So let's take, for example, this one. You will see here like a sample of the voice how it sounds. Let's listen it. Yeah, if you don't like it, press X, go further. If you want, you can type here like girl, for example. Find something. I don't know. How I found mine was basically I typed here like e-girl, if I remember correctly. Yeah, e-girl. For example, this one, let's say. Okay. Or main pitch 6 MBB, whatever. So this is the sample. Yeah, for example, if you don't like it, press X. So, I tested this one before. Kinda did work. There was a YouTuber having like very good voice sampling thing, and I did search for it somewhere, I don't remember, and that's how I found this one that I use. Basically, I will show you on the other model that I have that fits me a tiny bit as well. I will show you how to set it up. So now we start, after all the explanation, we start the tutorial. So you go here where it says download. So basically this is for Nvidia, you press download. For AMD or Intel and the CPU, you press here. Okay, just press here. It will start downloading the thing. So basically, to prove you that it's fucking safe, so you do not think I'm trying to hack you or some shit, I will scan it with Bitdefender. Okay, Bitdefender, scan with Bitdefender. I'm not going to cut the process, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna edit, I'm gonna be moving my mouse over here so you see that I'm not editing anything. So, meanwhile this one scans, it's very fucking easy to install, but before you extract, I mean before you use it, see, resolved, unresolved, password protected, there is no rat here, there is nothing. You can see the view log, what it scanned and everything. So, basically I'm not going to be doing it the same thing again. You just have to extract the folder on an SSD. So just go into an SSD, make a folder, call it like voice changer or whatever, extract the folder, and you will see this one, mmvc or whatever server co. You will just need to run that one. It will start downloading all the models. It will take like half an hour at least. I'm not going to be lying to you, depending on your internet speed and everything. So after you downloaded that one, haven't tested the online alternative. I have no idea how that works. So yeah, if you're interested in that, just read it from the article. So what's mandatory is the virtual audio cable. It's extremely fucking easy to install. Click on this one, it will download like the setup. I would recommend to put this one on SSD as well if you want way better quality. Oops. You will need to run the setup as it says here. After installing the virtual cable, it changes your default system audio. Click yes. It will just add like another thing over here. See? Line 1 virtual is just like another audio device. You know what I mean? So this one, and change your recording and playback devices back to your manual devices. I didn't need to do that, so might happen that you need to, but I don't think it's the case. So you just run the setup, then it will prompt you to restart your PC. Restart your PC, and as it shows here, just go ahead, extract. You can use 7-zip. I don't think it matters. So basically, just go on the folder, select, for example, extract, right click on it, extract here, and that's it. It will extract into the folder. Run the server COS they say here, and it will open the window into your browser. It's the same on AMD. I don't know about Mac or Linux. Okay, so they have here a tutorial, sorry, on how to upload voices. So you click on this button here, edit, pick the voice you want. I will show you how to add a voice to right now. Deleting a voice model. So they have it here. Audio setup, explanation of client and server mode. So basically, this is the explanation how to make it work uh, in Discord and games. They have everything here, explanational functions. You have absolutely best things here. So this part will be I'm lagging what to do. This is the most crucial part of this tutorial. So basically this is going to be like the tough part of the tutorial, the most complicated one, the one that will take like most of your time. So basically, after you pick the voice, you just go here, edit, and wait, I do have a folder here, I think, models, um, model, yeah, this one is the file that I use. This is model. I think this is like the one that YouTuber, yeah, Dakus, sorry, yeah, is this one. If you need it, let me know. I can give it to you for completely free. So, if you think you need it, no problem. Just let me, leave a comment, and I will give you my Discord or like a Dropbox file or whatever link. You get the point. You can place a picture there. You see, I put this one perhaps, if I remember. Yeah. So to just differentiate them. So after you get this one, you will be prompted to upload. The model is, as it says, the index file. I mean, as it says, you get the point. The index file is the model. Sorry, not the index. I, fucked them up. The PTH is the model, and the index is basically, how can I say it? The bigger the index, the closer your voice will get to the model. I don't recommend to use index most of the times, just because it can get very expensive on your VRAM and not have much of an effect. So I'll show you right now how this voice sounds. So this is how it sounds. One second. So this is how it sounds.
So
You see?
you see?
So basically this one
So
is
basically,
fucked.
this one is fucked.
It's a bit
It's a bit
weird,
weird,
but it could work.
but it could work.
So every
So
voice is
if
different. Alright, so every voice is completely different. I'll show you what to do right now. So basically, as I said, these ones should be turned on. How you turn them on basically is just go on client and check these things here. You will start on client, but select server, select reload, and if it prompts you here, after every change, you will need to go CPU, then change it back to GPU. So after you imported your voice that you found here, the one that you liked or you thought is nice, or the voice if you want the one that I have, the darkest one, if you want it, let me know. So depending on your voice, uh, this one you will see here, I'm lagging. What to do? In the new update, you can measure your settings in your like GPU. So basically, if the perf, you will see here the perf, it needs to be green. You see, this one needs to be green, basically, to make it work.
Make it work.
So
So
if it's
if
yellow,
it's yellow,
you're gonna be
you're gonna be
lagging. In
lagging.
the red,
In the
you're
red,
gonna be
you're
like
gonna be like
ah.
ah.
You see, it
You
doesn't
see,
have
it
crackle
doesn't have crackle
just because it's
just
in no
because it's
green.
in no green.
So the way you set up the voice is just play with the pitch. If you have like me, like let's say decently lower voice, just put the pitch around from like 8 until 13 or 12 maybe. So basically the chunk, about the chunk, in this article you will see for AMD, I will take my example. So it's let's say 128 ms. It depends on the voice here, okay? With perf number plus 60 the chunk, okay? So basically, if you're lagging still, you can put like plus 60 chunks. So basically, for my for my example, 128 ms, okay, with 7.2 chunks extra, sorry. So the chunks should be is as it said here 128. You see, you can use it like that, but I have 285. So the extra I mentioned it, okay? So 128, 128. You can go like more, but yeah, I would recommend to go for more a bit. So put CPU here, put GPU back. I would recommend to reload the server and then start. Then you
Then
see
you
it
see,
can
it
give
can give
you
you
like error.
like error.
The conversion check the line. So if it gives you error, just close the browser, go here, close this one. It can happen, so don't worry about it. It's not extremely common. Don't worry about it. So this one here, it will load all the models and all the files it needs. It will automatically open this thing in the browser. So as I said, I have 200 something on this one. Oh, it saved the settings. Oops. How much did I have? 200 something. Let's try with 230 something. Go CPU. It can give you an error, just restart it. Don't worry. Now, let's see how we hear it.
Yep.
It takes a
It
bit.
takes a bit.
Uh,
Uh,
if you have any
if you have any
crackles,
crackles,
modify the
modify
chunk.
the chunk.
increase it.
increase it.
So
So
let's turn it
let's
off, and let's listen to it from Audacity. So basically this is what people will hear.
so basically this is what people will hear.
You see? Easy. I would recommend to install Audacity just because you can check your voice and stuff like that. So, as I said, you can make any model pretty much work, but it depends on your own voice. So, let's try this one with the same settings. See,
See,
the perf
the
went
perf
to red,
went to red,
but
but
you see,
see,
it depends from voice to voice. Let's try this one to see how it sounds.
let's try this one to see how it sounds.
See, this one is totally different. So this is basically the tutorial. If you have any questions, you can ask me in the comments, or if you want, I can leave in the comments like my Discord or whatever. You can send me a DM, and I will try to help you as much as possible and as much as I know. If you have trouble with it for some weird reason, just go here, help with w-okada. Write here something like, I don't know, uh, whatever you want. If you have like an error, don't worry, people will help you. In like max 24 hours, you will have it solved, guaranteed. Be patient, it takes time. It takes time to figure it out how it works. But once you have it figured it out, you don't have to stress about it ever again. For AMD, similar to mine, I recommend these settings, the chunk 232, sorry, and the extra 2.7. Okay, so also one thing, I hope that you stood until the end. One more thing that might happen to you if you have AMD, it might require DirectML. So basically for AMD, if I know correctly, DirectML comes with NVIDIA by default, so if you use NVIDIA, it's easier to set it up. If you use AMD, might take some extra effort since you have to set it up into your computer like manually. It will be a pain in the ass, but if that eventually happens, just go on Google and type like how to install DirectML, and you will see a tutorial from Microsoft. You will need to open a Python environment into your onto your computer, if I remember correctly.